Okay guys, as you can see it's starting to snow. We're expected to get 5 to 8 inches tonight. This might actually be the first time I get to use my snowplow for the GT18 for snow. And I've used it for dirt a lot of times. Let's see if it'll start. I'm gonna put the plow on in this video. This is how much snow we're getting. This is only 30 minutes ago when it first started. Let's see if it'll start. Because if it don't, I'll put it on charger. Okay, this is a snowplow we're going to be putting on it. A little piece for my winch to sit on is that little bar, little H bar right there. I got to figure out one day how I'm going to put this cable on it. I was thinking where the decking gauges, 2 bars to cut for the thing to fit. Had to shorten it about a foot. These two missing 1 pin, so I'm going to go in here and find a pin for it. Let me pull it over here and I'll show y'all in a second. Okay, I drove it over here. I took the 2 pins that hold it up at the bottom, right there. I'm going to lower the winch. Let's see the winch is hooked up first. Now let me hook it. Lower it halfway back down, put the pins back in. Okay, it's on now. What I'm going to do is this little pin, put it up here. Not bad. Oh, no. Start that up. I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna put a pin in it, and I got a bar that's moving around. Like a fire going. Now if y'all hear that ticking, I know what it is. I know I've heard people ask me about it at the house. But it is I know which valve it is. It's the left intake valve. It's got too much gap in it. I just haven't bought another valve to put into it, or just welded on the tip of it. But there's a GT18 with the plow on it. Had to fix that hook right there on the left last time I had it out. Everything seems to be working good on it right now. I'm going to see if I can fix that pin in the back. I'd love to make a little bar that comes from right there off that hole going into that decking gauge. Let's hook in that decking gauge. But that won't be today. It's snowing too fast. Snowing really fast, actually. I just got off that thing. Now it's still snowing now. See, I'm missing this pin. And this one over here is actually loose. Pull it on this side. it's loose. I gotta take the impact wrench to it. So I'm probably gonna do that and see y'all in a minute. Well, I just made the bolt and the pin, or the new pin for the back. I didn't have a nut that would fit this in, so I just put a hitch pin in it and 2 washers. I'm gonna put it on the back of it right now. Okay, it's a couple minutes later. I went back there in my scrap pile and got some metal. This is the old 3-point hitch that was on this thing. It did work out really well, but it was too hard to lift because I got the arm in the wrong place. I didn't feel like cutting all that back off, so what we're gonna do, I'm gonna cut this right here and right there. And then we're gonna go, you can see that little U, this bolt right there. Right there. I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna make a little coupler that will go up and pinch it. This bar, this round stock right here. I'm gonna drill a hole through this frame on this snow plow, and I'm gonna make a little swivel piece. So when this is actually the deck lift. Whenever I lift the deck, it should pull this, which should pull that pin out to make this thing swivel when I hit something with it. So I'm gonna see if I can drill a hole through it and see what I come up with. Okay, this is what I came up with. I took a piece of that 1/2-inch stock and a piece of angle iron and just cut the angle iron in half so it'd be flat steel. Welded them together. I don't know what degree this is. This is how it's going to sit. The main arm is going to go, the pin's going to go in that frame, and then that arm, when it comes down, is going to pull it. So I'm going to drill a hole through it and put the pin in, and we'll see it when it's finished. Okay, we're going to do a different approach because I just found out that this is 1-inch thick steel, and this piece is 1-inch thick steel also. So see how my step drill bit tried to go through it. I didn't want to make it. It went about halfway, and that is it. So what we're going to do, I'm going to take this 5/8 bolt I got, and go weld it in that position. I have this pin that swivels. We're going to cut it right here, piece of pipe. Then we're going to weld this to the pin I just made. We're going to take this, we're going to cut that back off, and we're going to weld the other one right here. And where this should be, let me undo this. So this should be right there. So it'll swivel just like that. I might end up just grinding it off and just welding it on. So I'm gonna cut this bolt off, or this pin off, weld this on this, and then weld the other bolt on, and then cut this. So, okay guys, I had to stop the build because this is not even 2 minutes later, and you can see how fast it's coming down. These are big flakes. And the GT18 sitting over here at the driveway. You can see how thick they are. I just plowed a little bit just to see how it worked. But I stopped the build, I took it off because that bolt I put on there, I didn't watch it. It was going to be in the way of that little lever. As you can see, my grind is right behind that little lever where it actions. So I'm going to have to go inside and reconfigure that. But the blade actually works pretty good right now. I've used this blade many times. Just going to leave it out here, put a tarp over it so my controls don't get rusty. And go back in the house, wait a little while. It's too cold out here to do anything. I was trying to weld it on. I just replaced my welder up there, and then not even a minute later, the welder had an inch of snow on it. So please comment, rate, and subscribe. This would be build part 1, or this is not actually a build. This is just me putting it on there. I just wanted to do that little piece on the side. So please comment, rate, and subscribe for more Motor Madness. I will post a video of me pushing snow on Facebook and on YouTube here in a little bit. It'll probably be tomorrow because it's gonna be a while if I get a lot of snow. You can see the road over there is already white. It's the main road. People's rode through it a lot here lately. But please comment, rate, and subscribe for more Motor Madness.